Hey guys, today I'm going to be showing you my watercolour painting process while I paint this picture of Vince Noir from the Mighty Boosh, so hopefully you enjoy. So the first thing I do is I just block in all of the different colours, so I usually do the skin first and then like the clothes and the hair. So I use a wet and wet technique to do this, so it just makes it really loose and really brushy. Whenever I paint dark hair, I usually like to add a bright colour underpainting just so it stands out at the end and it has a pop of colour. I usually do purple, blue or red, but it really depends on my reference image. Next I start working on these shadows. I try not to make them too dark at first, but I usually just add a beige tone to the skin, but it really depends on the skin tone. And I try not to make them too blended out, as I do like to keep a brushy effect in my paintings. Whenever I'm adding shadows on this second layer, I like to do them wet on dry, so I let my painting completely dry first and then I just add them in and then I blend them out with water after I'm done. Next I like to add the details in the face, such as the outlines of the eyes and the eyebrows and just some of the really darkest shadows. As you can see here, I just sort of blend them out with water. I then like to add some pink tones into the face just to give it a bit more life and a bit more colour and interest, and I just really like how this looks. I then like to add my background, so I just do a really wet and wet background, so it's really blended out and really smooth and it looks really nice, and I just really love doing this because it's so much fun and you can just go crazy with the colours. I try to keep the colours true to the subject, so I'm trying to keep more purples and blues and even some pinks in there as well. As you can see, I like to add splashes of clean water and it creates this nice starry effect, almost like bokeh, and I just think it looks so cool and I like to add this into all of my paintings. I also just like to add splashes of random colour wherever. When the background has completely dried, I like to add these more dry splashes and I cover up any areas I don't want to get paint on. And this is the last bit of the painting I do. I just add any extra details or any little splashes just to make it extra expressive and just add a little bit more movement, and yeah, this is really the last thing that I actually do with my paint. Once my painting is completely dry, I go ahead and outline everything with a pigment liner. This adds some contrast to my painting and it also just adds that extra crispness to it that I can't really get with watercolour without taking away from the expressive semi-realistic effect. And the last thing I do, which is probably my favourite part of my painting, is I add all the little highlights with a white gel pen. I love doing this because it just adds that extra contrast to the painting and it also just makes it pop even more, and I just love doing it. It's so satisfying. The last thing I do is I add stars to my background. I always do this. I just love the way it looks, and it's just like my signature part of my style is adding stars to the background. I then let my painting dry completely before I peel off all of the masking tape, and then I'm finished. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. Like it if you did, and also subscribe so you can see more of my content. I'm definitely going to be posting more, and yeah, thank you so much for watching. Bye guys.